Hello, my name is Jerry, and today we're back with another video on Algebra 1. Again, we're from edequity.org. We're an organization that hopes to provide free education to underprivileged children around the world. So today we're going to learn a concept in Algebra 1 called system of equations. So a system of equations in algebra, it's two or more equations to be solved together. Now at this level, we're gonna solve for two equations. So the two equations, they can look like many different forms. So one would be like 2x plus 7y equals 3 and x equals negative 4y. So these are two equations with two variables, x and y, and you don't know, right? So always remember this. For a system to have a unique solution, the number of equations must equal the number of unknowns. So there are two unknowns here, x and y. So you need at least two equations to be able to solve them. And if there were three unknowns, like another equation z, you would need three equations in total to solve them. Now there are many ways, there are three ways to solve this kind of system of equations. Today we're going to learn the first way, which is rather easy. It's called solving with substitution. Now let's do some examples so you'll see what this means. So number one, 12x minus 5y equals negative 20 and y equals x plus 4. So you have two equations here and you have two unknowns, x and y. And what you can do is substitute y in for one of the variables. So this one is already done for you. So as you can see, it is in a good form. So here, y equals x plus 4. So you already know what y equals to. You already know y equals to x plus 4. It's just not a number or a constant, but you know it's equal to x plus 4. So you can take this y and substitute it back in here, and you'll get 12x minus 5. Substitute that in, x plus 4 equals negative 20. And now we just solve it like we normally do. So we do the distributive property, and we get 12x minus 5x minus 20 equals negative 20. You get 8x equals to 0. And x equals 0. Now we know x, we know x is 0, so we can plug that into one of the equations. And it seems that the second equation is easier, so we plug that in. Y equals 0 plus 4 and y equals 4. So the answer to this system of equations is x equals to 0, y equals 4. And you can plug that in to check your answer if it's correct. Let's do another example. 2x plus 7y equals 3, x equals negative 4y. And now this time we do not substitute y in because we don't know what y equals. Well, you could solve for y, and y would equal y equals negative 1 over 4 x. But this is kind of complicated, and we want to make things as simple as possible. So we know what x equals, right? X equals negative 4y. So this time we plug x into the original, not the original, but the one of the equations. We get 2 times negative 4y plus 7y equals 3. And don't forget the parentheses because the negative signs could mess you up. So multiply this out, you get negative 8y plus 7y equals 3, get negative y equals 3, and y equals negative 3. And now y equals negative 3, plug that into the easier equation, and you get x equals negative 4 times negative 3, and x equals 12. Well, let's do two more examples with this substitution method. 15x plus 31y equals negative 3, and x equals negative y plus 3. So now this x equation is written in a rather convenient form, and we already know that x equals negative y plus 3. So again, you can substitute that into the harder equation, and you get 15 times negative y plus 3 plus 31y equals negative 3, and negative 15y plus 45 plus 31y equals negative 3, and you get 16y equals to negative 48, and you get y equals negative 3. And then plug that in. Careful of the negative sign. X equals negative 3. That's positive because negative is positive. 3 plus 3, that's 6. So let's do one more example with this. So 5x minus 4y equals negative 10, and y equals 2x minus 5. Now notice we already know what y equals to. It's rather easy to spot the convenient form, because it will be just one variable, y equals something or x equals something. And now this hard form is like x plus y, 5x plus 4y equals something else. So now plug that y in, and you get 5x minus 4 parenthesis 2x minus 5 equals to negative 10. Distribute the negative 4, and 5x equals 8x plus 20 equals negative 10. Now you get negative 3x equals negative 30, and x equals 10. Now you can plug it into any of the equations, and now I'm gonna do the second one. So y equals 2 times 10 minus 5 equals 20 minus 5, and y equals 15. So that's the substitution method on how to solve a system of equations. So again, for the substitution method, you first have to look at what one variable equals, so what y equals or what x equals, and plug that into one of the equations and solve for one of the variables, and plug that back in and solve for the other one. And that's all for the video today, and I hope you learned something from this video. And again, be sure to check out our website, edequity.org. We have contents and practice questions, quizzes, and worksheets on the various topics like math, science, chemistry, physics, history, SAT, and we hope you can go and support that. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.